going on, everybody? Finally back to do a quick video to show off 3 new slabs that I've gotten since Christmas. So one is going to be a Christmas gift from my buddy, another one I bought, and then another one I actually sent off to be slabs. So I bought 2 slabs and then I sent one off. So without further ado, I'm going to get in this thing. All right, coming in first with the new slabs, Sleepwalker number 1. So let me make sure. There's a lot of glare in my house. There we go. Hey, Sleepwalker was actually one of the first comics I read as a teen, and really liked it, man. And I feel like I'm the only one, but I really dug Sleepwalker, man. And I think that they've made movies about comic book heroes a lot worse than Sleepwalker. Black Adam. But anyway, maybe one day we'll get a Sleepwalker. Maybe because I have narcolepsy, but I didn't know it. Maybe that was why I kind of bonded with Sleepwalker. But Sleepwalker number 1, this is from 1991. My buddy up in Virginia found it. He knew I'd been looking for the number 1. And so he found it slabbed and got it to me for Christmas, 9.4. And I've said this before. I'm not a guy that's big on the gray. Mostly I get comics that are slabbed to encapsulate and protect comics that mean something to me, or maybe I want to pass on at some point. But Sleepwalker number 1, you can still find these probably for $1. But I really like Sleepwalker, man. I don't know. Let me know what you think of Sleepwalker. If he sucks, you think? Let me know. But yeah, glad to get that slabbed. I do have a couple more number 1s that I can read, so I'm glad to get that one. All right. Now, this is the only one that I actually just sent off to get slabbed. And I used PGX. This comes back 9.4. Batman Who Laughs number 1. This is the Capullo variant cover from 2019. And Batman Who Laughs, to me, is the best villain in comics in the last 20-30 years. And I don't mean just with Batman. I mean overall, man. The Dark Multiverse, man, there's so much stuff you can do with that. It opens up. And I know sometimes it gets complicated, especially with all these different, worlds and universes and dark multiverses. But I'm telling you, man, Batman Who Laughs, Dark Knight's Metal, Heavy Metal, all those, man. Great stories, great art in them. But the villain, man, Batman Who Laughs is just freaking awesome, man. So, anyway, I'll be here all night talking about how awesome it is. But the 9.4, I thought it was going to be a 9.8. And I know a lot of people knock PGX, which is where I sent this to. But I'm telling you, man, it's harder to get a 9.8 there than lately than the ones I've sent off to CBCS or what's the other one? I'm drawing a blank. CGC. There we go. I really thought that was going to be a 9.8. Came back 9.4. And what they're finding is stuff that I didn't even notice. So, I don't know. A lot of people don't want to use PGX because of some issues they've had in the past. I completely understand it. But maybe they've changed. I don't know. I wasn't here when everybody was kind of having issues with them. But yeah, I thought this was 9.4. Or sorry, 9.8, came back at 9.4, and I had to find out the notes on it, and I'm like, oh. So they actually do it on this one anyway. They did a really good job because I didn't see it till they told me. So anyway, Batman Who Laughs number 1, Capullo variant, and the last one of this little batch here. All right, another comic that doesn't get talked about a whole lot, even though Batman does. This series doesn't, and I really like it. But again, that could probably be a lot of sentimental feelings attached to it. So when I got back, so let me just back up for a second. So I've really only had 2 main times in my life, 2 eras where I collected comics. And one was my later teen, and then the last 4 or 5 years. As a kid, I read comics, but it was mostly like Archie and Gru, those type Cracked and Mad magazines. It wasn't until I was, 91, so 16, 17, that I started really getting back into it again. And this was actually the first series that I started first to last. The last one I'd done was Punisher War Journal. Shadow of the Bat. Dude, I love this. To me, it's a really good. Again, a lot of that could be that I'm, attached to it because it was the first comic book run I really got into and collected. But I think it's a great storyline, and you don't really get to hear it talked about a lot. But I really dig Shadow of the Bat. This is an 8.5, and I'm completely happy with it. The reason why I bought it was to have a slab version because the one I have is polybagged, and I want to keep it polybagged. I don't, because that's the way it came. So I'm glad to have one out of the bag and that I can display. So 8.5, Shadow of the Bat, number 1. Really, really dig Shadow of the Bat. All right, that's it for now. Hey, let me know what you think. Or if you got any questions, or what do you think of the books, the characters, anything. Hope everybody's doing well. And is it good to, well, it will be good to talk to some of you again if you comment. If not, I'll talk to myself or my dogs. All right, everybody. Peace. Love everybody. I hope 2023 is going well so far for everyone. And I'll talk to you soon. Farley out.